Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. You know, if you're watching me, what are we all about? Baby, baby, baby. It's Friday, and you know we are all about super aging, getting older without getting old. Now, you know I'm a book nerd. You know I'm a book nerd. I'm a book nerd, so I must read you something I found in a book. You know, it's a little heavy for Friday because I know it's Friday. We just got paid all of it's Christmas holiday. There's all kind of holidays going on. I know you're excited, but January 20th is coming. Keep that in mind. January 20th is coming. So I just want to read something, if you don't mind. I'm going to read this piece that forces beyond your control can take away everything you possess, except one thing. Remember, forces beyond your control can take away everything except one thing. And guess what that one thing is? Your freedom to choose, your freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation. Reno, let me say that again for the people in the back. Freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation. I'm gonna put a pin in that. Now, you know, have you been somewhere sometimes and people acted a fool? And in your younger years, you acted a fool right with them. Well, how far did that get you? Sometimes it'll get you in jail, get you killed. You know, a whole lot of things that'll get you. And sometimes you just push ignore. You know, we have ignore on the computer. We did have ignore. We still have ignore on there. Well, anyway, ignore. And how you handle your response is what nobody can take away from you. So whatever's going on over there and over there and over there, it's how you handle it, your response to it. And that keeps your sanity together. They may come and they say, well, we're going to do A, B, C, and D. And you can, it's all kind of ways you can respond to that. You would respond to it in a way that you keep your dignity and that you feel good about how you responded to it. And when the deal goes down, nine times out of 10, God got your back. Not 9 times out of 10. God got your back, but 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work out for those people anyway. So you just let them go ahead. Except, we're not going to let anybody, do anything to our families or do anything physically, but it's how do you receive what people think they're doing to you. I like silence. You heard me talk about silence a lot. Silence. Just because God says, be still and know that I'm God. Let him fight your battles. That's my position. When you feel like you beating up on me, I'll let you win. Go ahead, win. Go ahead, stick your chest out. Go ahead and have all kind of conversations about me. Go right ahead. I'm good with that because I'm over here in another lane while you over here wasting all your time worrying about what this, that, and the other, and the third. As my daughter says, I'm over here on my own thing, what he told me to do. And you do it silently. It's stealth. Not letting your left hand. See, when I was a little girl, a young lady, I used to hear, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. It's for real. It's for real. And especially coming up to January 20th. Let me just go ahead with the next line. You cannot control what happens to you in life, but you can always, it says you can always control what you feel and do about what happens to you. You see, when you start talking about somebody making you happy, can't nobody make you happy. Can't nobody make you happy? What are you talking about make you happy? They can make you happy. That's you. You make you happy. Whatever's going on in your life, you control that. What we do, I'm guilty and have been guilty, is give our control over to somebody else because we believe that they know better than we know about ourselves. No. That's what we did back then. That's what some people do now. But you control this, and holding on to this is what you got to hold on to. If you listen to all going on out here, it'll wear you out. Get a hold of this. What did I tell you all the time? This controls the rest of what's going on in the world. Come on, let me say it. Come on. It's Friday. Let's come on and do it with me. This controls all of this. And so it's you. it says what happens in your life, but you can always control what you feel and do about what happens to you. And then let me read you another passage. I'm going to tell you where it all comes from in a minute. The greatest task for any person is to find meaning in his or her life. What is meaning? What does it mean? What does meaning mean? Purpose. You heard me talk about your purpose and meaning, and what gets you up in the morning. When you get up in the morning, I get up in the morning, I just thank God that I got another day. Because you can lie down at night. That doesn't mean you got to get up the next day. You've heard me talk about those stories. Wayne McMillan got the two best stories ever. May God rest both of those ladies' souls. One going out the door and one coming from a funeral. Whew. Anyway, the purpose, okay. The greatest task for any person is to find meaning in his or her life. And so, let me see what it says. There are three possible sources for meaning. There's meaning in work. Your work, doing something significant. Have you done something? You've done something significant just going to work, but have you done anything that you left? You're leaving your creative juices. What are you leaving here? Oh, because you're going to leave. You know what? I just want to ask those majority people, if you got all of that, why is it that you leave? Why do you die? Why do you have cancer? Why do you get sick like everybody else? I digress. All right. So there's meaning in your work. There's meaning in love for caring for another person. There's meaning in love. What's the meaning in your love life? What is happening in your love life? And you can't say, well, I don't have a love life. Yes, you do. You have a love life. We all got a love life. Somebody brought you in the world. You got family. You love yourself. You love God. You got a love life. Now, when you say that, don't say you don't have a love life, because you have one. You have a work life. There's some significant work that you have done or will do or in the process of doing. But there's meaning in your work. There's meaning in your love life. And let me see the last meaning. Is it love? And let me see. Oh, somebody needs their glasses. And encourage during difficult times. Okay, so it said three things. The greatest task is three possible sources: meaning in work, meaning in love, and encourage during difficult times, because you need courage. Well, baby, if you think you don't have courage, let's go to the Tin Man. Was it the Tin Man? Who didn't have courage? The lion? I don't know, but all of us need the cloth has been pulled back. The sheet has been pulled back. The covering has been pulled back. And we see the person standing on a stool with a big megaphone. That person has been recognized. And that had been recognized to the point where they were Person of the Year for Time Magazine. That's a recognizing. So when we start talking about that courage, we all need some courage. We got to pull in here for the courage. We got to look up here for the courage. We got to read the word for the courage. But we're going to need some courage starting now, but definitely after January 20th. I know it's Friday, and so there should be some lightness of the heart. But I don't want you to I want you to enjoy your holidays. I do. I pray that you enjoy your holidays. Whatever holiday that is you celebrate. But keep in mind, if you spend all your money during the holidays and something changes after January 20th, that it was great on whatever day it is that you celebrate. But people get all that stuff and those things. But those things don't mean anything if you don't have anywhere to put them. You don't have a place to enjoy them. You don't have anywhere to go in them. You don't have a life to live in them. And so you want to think about what you're buying for Christmas and how much money you're spending. I told my family, usually we do a lot. I'm not doing all that this year. I'm buying something you like. I'm going to buy that. That's it. And I'm going to buy it because I want you to have a gift. But the greatest gift is the gift of life. The gift of love. A gift of joy that comes only joy. You know where joy comes from. You see. We got to look at a bigger picture now. We got to look at a bigger picture now. I'm reading Man's Search for Meaning. It's a class I want to teach. I want to teach category of the person. I like that class. And part of it is Man's Search for Meaning. And so I started reading the book. Nobody said that I'm going to teach any class like this. It may be a piece I'm going to write, but God has been pushing me for about 10 years to talk about Man's Search for Meaning. And I've been putting it aside. You know how you hear the word from the Lord. You know what we're supposed to be doing. But I got so many projects. I'm thinking like, God, how can you, I don't need, in my mind, I don't need to write anything else. I got 20 things that I need to write. It's nine books in there. All different pieces of paper here, there, and yon. You know, that I got to pull together for a project, for a grant. But I'm telling you, I just didn't need one more thing. But for some reason, this whole book just showed up at my door at Amazon.com. You know what made me go and order it? I was like, oh, I need to order that book. When did I hear that I need to order that book? I'm telling you, that Lord, the God, He would line it up. You won't even know. You'll be moving along. The book will be in the house. The yellow markers will appear in your room for you to start reading it. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a plan. God got a bigger plan. So guess what? It's Friday. What about your plans? I hope you're looking good. I hope you're out this weekend. Listen, if you're in Atlanta, you know what weekend this is. Besides the weekend of my daughter's anniversary, their 6th anniversary, the Reverend Swaffords, it is also the HBCU, I think it's the Battle of the Bands, and it's a classic game. Now, you know that's a fabulous event. I think I've only been once, so maybe maybe when it was at a different level, the Battle of the Bands. It could have been a Battle of the Bands over in the old stadium. But let me tell you something. There's nothing like an HBCU band battling of the bands. I love our bands. I love the pageantry. You know, all that African ancestry coming through, all those colors and marching and gimmicks and antics and excellent orchestration, by the way, and excellent music. But it's so much fun. So if you're in Atlanta and you're watching A Slice of Life, and you're here for the holiday weekend, this weekend, the Battle of the Bands weekend, welcome, enjoy yourself. It's so much fun. But baby, while you're here, if you're in my age group, that's super aging. You know, my age group starts at 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and guess what? 82. Thank you. Super aging, getting older without getting old. I love you, baby. You know Jordan doesn't work on the weekend. I read. Have a good weekend. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.